26 miles apart.
So, hello again, everyone. This is Rose in Rockville, Maryland. And my sister and I, for our birthday, decided that we wanted to do a second edition of 2020, as we've come to calling it.
Hello, I'm Susanna, otherwise known as Baby A, and I'm in Dharamsala, India, where I've been living for the past 5 years.
Basically, we assigned each other the same tasks to do independently and then put them together to see where the correlations were. So we wanted to do a second version of that um, 4 years down the road. So I hope everyone enjoys, and happy birthday to us.
It's hard to remember any kind of first memory of Rose, just because we were always together, and at the beginning I think that I think when you're a little kid you don't feel like things are that distinct from you. Like there isn't this separation so much between you and the world. So everything kind of feels a part of you.
I don't think I was even really very aware of Susanna until I was 4 or 5 and we were in different classes at school.
One early memory that I have is, I guess maybe we were 4 or 5, but we were just exploring the neighborhood, and we didn't have this feeling of like that different people owned different houses, like it was all just kind of land. And I remember we packed this picnic and we went and we had a picnic on someone's yard nearby. And I just remember, well, that's the other funny thing about memories when we're really little, because a lot of times I can't remember who said something, but one of us said, "This is like heaven." And I remember the feeling. It was just like free.
One of my first memories of Susanna, I don't know exactly how old I was, but we had this friend that lived, or whose grandparents lived across the street, named Erica Hyman, and she always had really good snacks. And my mom never bought sugary snacks. We always had to eat carrots or corn chips or something. And she always had like gushers or gummy snacks. So she was kind of annoying, but we really liked her snacks. And one day we went over there and knocked on the door to see if she could play, but really I think what came out first was, "Do you have any gummy snacks?" So the mom said, "Oh yeah, we have one packet left." For some reason she brought the packet out to me and then brought Susanna into the kitchen and was like, "All right, we're gonna go get a bag and you can split it." So while they were in the kitchen, I gobbled all of them except one, which I kept in my hand. And she came out and was like, "Where are the gummy snacks?" And I showed her the gummy snack that remained, and she said, "Well, where are the rest of them?" And I said, "Well, I ate them all." Susanna's first boyfriend, Deshaun, was the kindergarten equivalent of an NFL linebacker. When I think of him now, I still think of him as being a human wall. He was enormous.
I think that her first real crush was on Calvert.
So I'm not sure exactly what the nature of their relationship was. All I can tell you is that during parent-teacher conferences, my sister's kindergarten teacher, Miss Nelson, said that she was fairly concerned that Deshawn and Susanna were spending most of nap time and perhaps even some of story time cuddling in the playhouse.
Rose is so much about relationships, and I think that what she really wants is, well, I guess two things. One, I think the main thing is just to have a relationship with a partner and feel really grounded in that. And I think she really thrives on community. Like, Rose is the kind of person that's extremely receptive to love and likes to give love also, and she's extremely sweet. So I think that she really needs that around her, like this kind of bubble that is like she loves them and they love her back, and I think she feels really secure in that.
Susanna once gave my dad insight on the main difference between the two of us, which is something that people always ask. Oh, what's the biggest difference between you guys? And she said that she wanted support and freedom, and that I wanted attention and affection.
What I want is not so much something in the world, but it's more just of a feeling that I want, that I'm looking for in myself. And that feeling, well, ever since I was little, I think there's been this discomfort there all the time. It's like in every moment there's like a different kind of discomfort, which is always changing, and it's never like being just feeling yourself in a pure way, or myself, without any opinions or anything, just feeling the environment, a pure feeling. Yeah, and I'm getting there. One time I remember that Rose got into trouble was, well, in, I guess it was kindergarten? Yeah. We were in class, and it was like an after school program, and we all had these cubbies, and I think that someone had this thing called a Polly Pocket in her cubby, and it was like this little plastic toy thing. And what happened was, it went missing from her cubby.
So, our best twin story of all time occurred in ninth grade. And we were sitting in English class one day. We were in the same English class, and our teacher was horrible. She was total bitch. And Susanna procured from her pocket this little bottle of liquid stench, glass bottle that you had to step on, that she had gotten somewhere, I don't remember where. And she leaned over to me and was like, Rose. And I was like, what? And she was like, step on this bottle. And I was like, no, you do it. So she stepped on this bottle thinking that, oh, cool, we would all get out of class. But instead, our teacher closed all the doors and all the windows and was like, nobody's leaving this room until someone confesses.
And then the teachers, they made all of us like go through all of our stuff and check it all, and then they found it in Rose's bag, I guess.
So we sat there in the stink for quite some time before Susanna finally begrudgingly raised her hand and was escorted out of the classroom.
And I remember feeling like really surprised and also sort of admiring of Rose that she was that sophisticated, that she knew how to steal already.
Later that afternoon, for some reason, Susanna and I decided to continue our mischief, and we switched places. She went to my history class, and I went to her biology class, I think. And lo and behold, the security guard shows up at her class, where I am, and says, "Susanna Mohan, come with me." And I said, "But wait, I didn't do anything. I'm not Susanna." And he was basically like, "Well, tell it to the judge, lady." So I went with him, but finally I managed to convince him that I was actually her twin sister. So he pulled Susanna out of my classroom, and neither teacher had noticed that we had switched. It was only the kids, and that's been really consistent, that adults have had a really hard time telling us apart, but kids have always known. And the security guard at that point just thought it was so funny that he was just like, "Alright, just get out of my face." And nothing happened, but my dad, who feared, probably justly, that we were getting out of control, called the school and made the principal give Susanna a week's detention.
So, I don't know if you can hear this, but this is what I usually wear to work. It's a Tibetan chupa. I work in a Tibetan community, so all the women wear this, and I also like to wear it. And there's, oops, again in the background.
So this is generally what I would wear to go to work.
So I literally never go out, but if I was gonna go out, I might wear something like this. But also things are a lot more conservative here, so can't get too risky. There's he's nodding in approval.
I don't go out too much, but when I do, I would wear something like this.
So we're supposed to sing a song that's what we would sing to our baby if we had a baby. So I'll just sing one that my mom used to sing to us. Build me a castle 40 feet high, so I can see you as you ride by, as you ride by, dear, as you ride by, so I can see you as you ride by.
Down in the valley, valley so low, and you're at home. Hear the wind
No,